Since the end of the Civil War and the Reconstruction era, the South had been dominated by the Jim Crow laws, which allowed discrimination and segregation of African Americans. After World War II, racism was brought to the forefront in American policy and in American culture, mostly because of the experiences in Europe, specifically Nazi Germany, in their racist laws. One of the first successful challenges of the Jim Crow laws came in school segregation and whether or not public schools should separate blacks and whites. Brown versus the Board of Education was a 1954 Supreme Court case in which the court ruled that segregation in the public schools was not equality. Thurgood Marshall was one of the main attorneys arguing against school segregation. The Supreme Court under Earl Warren ruled that desegregation of the nation's schools had to take place. Racists in the South would delay equality of the ruling. An example was with the Little Rock Nine, involving Little Rock, Arkansas's Central High School, in which the school entrance was blocked by Governor Orville Faubus to prevent black students from attending. President Eisenhower had to enforce the law with the military. As a result of the Brown versus Board of Education landmark ruling by the Supreme Court, schools in the United States had to desegregate. However, Southern states would be slow to integrate their public schools. Many other governors in Southern states refused to integrate. Many see Brown versus Board of Education as a very necessary step towards complete desegregation in the United States. The civil rights movement would take off in the 1950s and into the 1960s as the civil rights leaders pushed for ending the Jim Crow era. Brown versus Board of Education is an important landmark Supreme Court case for all Americans to remember because it really began the process of equality and the civil rights movement's goal of ending discrimination and segregation in the United States, making the land of the free also the land of equality.